welcome to the Roger E. Carlson Fieldhouse for CTN's live coverage of the opening round of the 2018 Coon Rapids Cardinal Holiday Classic. Cardinals hosting the Hawks from St. Paul Humbolt in the first round. Joey and Howie Shapiro sidelines. And Howie, Cardinals had a big win over Blaine on Friday night before a couple days off for the holiday. Now excited to host their own tournament.
They are, and they're going to carry that momentum into this game. You know, they love the win. They celebrated for a little time after, but it's not celebrating that win over Blaine any longer. It's looking forward to this tournament.
Well, they want to come out and be strong, but the team for the Hawks, they have 4 guys in double digits every night. A lot of pieces that they need to watch out for.
Yeah, led by Darnell King, and he's this only senior starter on this team. He's a captain. He makes this team go. He averages a little under 15 points a game. But you're right, they've got a number of players that can light up the scoreboard.
At 14.9 points per game, he is the 3rd leading scorer for the Hawks. So the Cardinals will have to be sharp on defense. The other night, defense is what led to their 16-point comeback in the second half, down 16 halfway through the second half. They came back to win. A big part of that, 18 points from David Osayama.
Yeah, and he really picked up the slack when their two main scorers were off. I'll tell you, with Marshall Holland being in foul trouble and Cole from the field, and Jackson Aurelius not getting his usual 18 points, he led the way, and just coming off the bench, really sparking the Cardinals.
Well, and they're about to tip this one off, so we're going to take a short break and be back with the game from Roger E. Carlson right after this.
Downfield, Milwaukee behind the defense has the catch, and he is gone.
Great showing in the 100 butterfly. But you can't quite catch the leader. And it's hard to throw you for a loop.
No, not when it comes to swimming.
Back at Roger E. Carlson Fieldhouse, Humboldt won the tip, but the Cardinals get a steal. Jackson Aurelius dumps it in the basket, and the Cardinals are on the board first.
Love the black unis for Coon Rapids, and again, you see their height advantage, and we're going to talk about this as that game this game unfolds. The Cardinals are going to have that advantage, and they're going to try and take advantage of that fact that they've got the taller lineup.
Jordan Doe tips that pass away out of bounds. Humboldt will keep it.
Both these squads are going to want to push the ball. Defense can play a major part tonight.
Defense forcing another turnover. This time it was Reese Mon standing strong. Aurelius drops in another one at the other end on the run. 45 seconds into the game, it's a 4-0 lead.
Yeah, we saw that defense really step up in the second half against Blaine last Friday night.
At the other end, another big defensive play. This time Elijah McGrath ahead for Aurelius. Leaves it for Holland. Holland can't get it to roll home. And the rebound is taken by Solomon Aielli.
He tried to, kind of finesse that shot in and just didn't have enough on it to get it in the basket. They're going to call Aurelius, I believe. Nope, they're going to call Jordan Doe with the first infraction of this game. Jordan Doe is going to be another one of the players for Coon Rapids, can play an integral part in this game. He's so quick on defense, averages almost 4 steals a game, and against an athletic, fast-moving team like Humboldt, they're going to want to, again, get in the passing lanes and create turnovers.
And for the Hawks, actually, their leading scorer at 16 points a game will be coming in off the bench. Holland gets a hand in on the passing lane. Elijah McGrath fakes it and gets it to fall. And a quick 6-0 lead, an early timeout for Augie Garcia and the Hawks.
Yeah, you talked about this Hawk team coming in. They're a 2A Class 2A team, so they're playing not quite the level of competition that Coon Rapids plays. And again, you see the nice start for the Cardinals here, but you talked about their leading scorer, and that's Brian Williams coming off the bench. Just a sophomore, was all-city last year as a freshman, Joe Yen. So he has the ability, averaging 16 points a game. There's head coach Augie Garcia. Had an opportunity to talk to him yesterday for a little while. Talked about how they want to really press Coon Rapids into turnovers and try and use some of their quickness to get the advantage. But if I said, what kind of game do you want to have, Coach? He says, I want a fast-paced game. I want my guys running the court.
That's exactly the kind of game the Cardinals like to play as well. Defense leading to offense 3 times already. Three-pointer up for Lugo. It won't fall. The rebound controlled by Brian Williams. He backs out. That pass knocked away by Aurelius. Recovered by Jordan Doe. Head for Reese Mon on the right side. Across. Three-pointer for Holland is good.
We didn't see a lot of that against Blaine. He was in foul trouble early and didn't get on the court as much as he wanted. He was 3 for 10 from the field against the Bengals and hits that three-pointer. Nice job to give the Cardinals a 9-0 lead.
High pass, looking to the back door. 50-50 ball won by the Cardinals. Doe, smart pass back. And there's a good pass ahead by Holland and Aurelius. Underneath alone.
Yeah, again, a nice job. Quick down court. Aurelius there. No defenders there with some height to really trouble him. And an easy basket underneath. He has 6.
Well, and 2 great passes back-to-back. Yep. Doe saving it as he was falling out of bounds. And then Holland to get it to Aurelius behind the defense for the easy basket. He's got 6 points. And the Cardinals have an 11-0 lead. Their second foul. The only detractor from a great start.
That's Doe's second personal already, so he's might take some time on the bench here. Just 15-32.
Little pump fake by Williams. Steps in. Left-handed baseline jumper is good.
Yeah,
Full court press from Humboldt. Cardinals pass through it. Holland underneath. Aurelius waits for the defense to clear. Can't finish underneath. The rebound by Tom Hobday.
Yeah, he did a nice job of just waiting for the defender to go by him, but just couldn't get it to drop.
Nearly a turnover on the exchange on the near side. Keith Pippins eventually does cough it up. Holland driving and scores.
Boy, what a nice steal from Reese Mon. Got a hand in there, allowing that, again, transition off of defensive steals, transition basketball, leading to points for the Cardinals.
Pippins trying to squeeze between the double team, draws the foul. It's going to go against Reese Mon, his first, team's third. Lucky Morange will check in for Jordan Doe, who has those 2 early fouls.
Yeah, Lucky's had a nice season coming off the bench for Coon Rapids.
He had 10 points in that win against Blaine on Friday night as well. Darnell King puts it back up top for Urbina. Back to King. Down low for Lugo. Dumps it down to Williams. Williams had it blocked. Behind the defense again is Aurelius. And this time drops it in again.
Again, quick steals lead the points for the Cardinals. Aurelius doing a nice job of getting underneath the basket.
Urbina in some trouble. Triple team. Got it to Williams. Driving left side of the lane. Had it ripped away by Holland. Pushes it ahead. McGrath can't save it along the baseline. Good effort. A lot of effort from this squad as Aurelius and Mon ended up tangled up on the floor. Apparently there's some water down there that caused the slippage. I think that was Howie Shapiro's dance spot.
I think it may have been some of my hair gel got on the court. Hopefully not. We're okay. They're wiping it up. Sorry.
They usually have actual towels on the bench for said
somebody's jersey.
activity.
That was somebody's shirt that actually they used for that.
Or sweater or something.
My sport. Wait. Where's my sport coat?
Humboldt will bring it up court. Pippins waits, passes through, poked away. Bounces to Williams, though. Mon got a hand in on it. Aurelius has the ball. On the run is McGrath. And he's going to score. Contact there, but no foul either way. And McGrath has 4.
Well, again, quick hands on defense for the Cardinals. Look at the points that have led to
another poke, another turnover. Aurelius on the breakaway. 19-2 with 13:36 left in the first half.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of increasing their lead. Defense leads to offense.
still very animated despite a 17-point lead just 4.5 minutes into the contest.
Are you saying Coach Michael Gork is an animated individual? Is that who you're talking about?
He can be.
Yeah.
Intense. I like it.
I love it. I mean, look
It's
at
been all defense.
It's been
They've
all
scored
defense.
19 points. I think 16 of them have probably come off of the turnover.
Reese Mon has been a big part of that. He's done a nice job of getting his hands into the
There's
passing
the poke
lane.
by Mon.
Yep.
And the pass ahead
He's had at least 3 steals
by
that
Morange.
I have seen so far here in this first half, and that's what's led to those points. Always transition points for the Cardinals.
Yeah, Aurelius 10 points already. A 19-2 lead. Hawks want to push it up the court. Down low is King. Cross, the shot by Hobday was off the mark. McGrath pushes it ahead. And Mon will draw the foul, go to the line to shoot 2.
And again, the Cardinals using some quickness too, just to beat the defense down court, doing a really nice job of getting behind the defense. You know, obviously Reese didn't get that basket, but he created an opportunity for himself to earn 2 from the stripe.
Mon leaves the first one short. David Asayama will check in for the Cardinals. Aurelius gets a well-deserved break as he got off to a great start.
Oh, we talked about what a great Gabe David had, and just a sophomore.
Great box out by Lugo underneath, allows Humboldt to get to the rebound. Pippins drives the entire length of the court, and then the rebound tipped to him by King, and he is fouled. That'll be number 4 against the Cardinals.
What an athletic move by Pippins just to get that opportunity.
McGrath called for the foul. Did you just say that? I feel like you just said that. King
Actually, I
drives
don't think I
baseline
did.
and scores.
I was looking up a stat, so. Yeah, we talked about just 3 juniors and a senior start in this lineup for the Hawks.
Morange gets back up top. McGrath to Mon inside to Asayama, and he scores.
And he does a nice job of using his body and making sure that he got a good look at the basket.
And good half-court offense from the Cardinals, passing around to find the open look for Asayama underneath. Good rebound and follow for King at the other end.
Well, the Hawks need stops on defense, which they haven't been getting so far here in this first half.
Asayama can't finish. He was all alone underneath.
Got a little too excited, a little bit too much on that one.
Another foul against Coon
I think
Rapids.
McGrath. Are they going to call McGrath again? Or are they? Nope.
Asayama picking up
Asayama.
his first.
Team 5th, and that's the one thing that the Hawks so far in this first half been doing well is they haven't been committing infractions.
Asayama on the break, drops it in.
He was going to make sure that he put that one in. He wasn't going to miss that opportunity.
King trying to dribble through traffic, kicks it out. Williams, nice spin move. Left-handed shot will drop.
That was pretty. You can see why he's a point scorer. He's got a nice flotation to his body when he was able to hang up there and get that basket.
Morange driving, floater won't go. Holland the rebound, follow left short. And it's the rebound for Darnell King.
We talked about Darnell King. Does it all on the court for these Hawks.
Williams runs into tough defense. Mon to the middle, Holland driving, and it's going to be an offensive foul. King getting back to draw the charge.
Yeah, King did a nice job of gaining position and just holding his ground as Holland is going to crash into him. You can see a good job setting the feet.
Jaden Palmer checking in. Elijah McGrath will get a breather for Coon Rapids. King to inbound to Pippins. Watched by Asayama. Gets it into the front court. Double team comes from Palmer. Gets it over to King up top. Into the corner. Lugo, a little pump fake, trying to drive baseline. And it's going to be an offensive foul at the other end. Palmer gets position and takes the contact. Jaden Palmer was a big part of the Blaine game as well. Didn't factor in as much on the scoring end, but did a lot of things defensively and had a number of assists that were a big part of that 16-point comeback in the second half.
Well, you have to be fearless in that situation, and Palmer just held his ground, stood underneath, and drew that charge.
Holland, right side for Morange, driving. Great move, but can't get it to drop. Ball out of bounds, and it will be Hawks ball.
Well, it's pretty interesting, too, when you see that Augie Garcia, head coach of Humboldt, he might want to change up the full court press because most of the points that Coon Rapids has gotten so far have been on quick layups at the other end and breaking that press, which the key is bringing Marshall Holland to the middle right as they inbound. That's going to break a full court press all day long, and they've been doing that all night so far tonight.
Well, welcome, Jen Halverson.
Yeah.
We were
Thank
having
you.
some technical difficulties. Wanted to introduce you while you were still on the sideline. But the third member of our crew this evening, Jen Halverson, to add to the broadcast.
You know, Jen, I know Coach Garcia told me that we like to do at least a three-quarter press, and then we back off into our 2-3 defense, or 2-3 zone, and that's something that they've been working at. But you're right, they haven't really faced a team like Coon Rapids, I don't believe, yet this year.
Well, so much defense for the
yeah.
Cardinals, as we've talked about.
Right.
I just think
And that's unfortunate 5-second turnover for the Cardinals.
Yeah, they did a nice job of working it underneath.
Exactly, and I think just the tough part right now is maybe they should fall back into the 2-3 sooner than later because the full court press isn't working for them right now. Coon Rapids clearly knows how to
I'm writing
beat
this
it.
down, and I'm getting it
Williams,
into Coach
left
Garcia,
hand,
so
gets to the glass and scores.
from Jen.
And a quick turnover the other way, and Hobday drops it in. They've scored 6 straight.
Well, that time the full court worked well for him, as did the defense
Big
on that
steal
situation.
by King ahead to Williams, driving, gets the foul, will go to the line and shoot 2.
This one will be on Palmer. That'll be the, I believe.
33, Jackson Aurelius.
Nope, on Aurelius. Gets it underneath.
And that also puts the Hawks in the bonus.
Yep.
7th foul for the Cardinals, less than 8 minutes into this contest.
Yeah, we talked about Brian Williams, just a sophomore. You can remember a lot better than Joe and I when you were a sophomore, Jen Halverson.
Just a good times.
Good years, good years. I got it was a good year. I hit them both, and those are some big, again, nice job by the Hawks trying to answer here.
Aurelius had it stripped. Scramble for it. Pippins can't control. Doe had it. Stripped by Lugo. Lugo steps up. Pass was behind King. Bats it to Hobday. Lost the handle. Morange wants to run. Morange's pass too far in front of Aurelius on the left side. And the Cardinals turn it over. They'll take a timeout as their one-time 17-point lead is down to 9.
Yeah, and a pretty good timeout here because, yeah, things are falling apart a little bit, whether they thought they were maybe a little overconfident building up that lead and allowing a team that is athletic as the St. Paul Humboldt Hawks come back to this game. So they want to talk about things here now.
Well, of course, the Cardinals know that no lead is safe,
Nope.
especially after what they did to the Bengals on Friday night.
This is true. This is true.
Cardinals trailing by 17 in the first half and 16 midway through the second half, came back to win 62-59.
You really see the Hawks sinking into their rhythm. It just took a little bit, which normally as of late, the Cardinals have been struggling with finding their rhythm until the second half. So,
Well, last Friday for certain.
Well, you know, really what the Hawks want to do is they want to press, they want to push, and they want to press, and that's what they're doing. And they want to trouble teams, and that's what they're looking to do here against the Cardinals to make this comeback.
Osayama gets a hand in on the pass, gets the steal. Jump shot won't go. Pippins has the rebound. Pippins runs into the front court, runs into trouble, lost the handle. Jordan Doe will drive and score.
And again, I mean, that's what they were doing to build that lead is turnovers, defense creating offense. They're a
little bit of a defensive breakdown as there were 2 guys alone beneath the basket.
No, definitely a defensive breakdown. Nobody there in a black jersey.
Kick out. Palmer has a look at three. It's going to be short. The rebound comes long to him in the corner, and he's able to play it out off of King. He's trying to sneak it behind him, but King bats it away. Either way, the Cardinals have possession. Chance to reset on offense.
Yeah, it's fortunate, again, that shot not looking good coming off of Palmer's hand, that three-point attempt. And fortunate for Coon Rapids, they retain possession.
Doe into the corner, and it went right through the hands of Morange. Not so lucky that time.
No, definitely not lucky. Again, just took his eye off the basketball, creating the turnover.
Inbound to Pippins along the baseline. He's watched by Asayama. King will push it ahead. Lugo wants three. It's short. Rebound by Asayama. And now Jordan Doe. Cross court. Stolen away. And a big block by Asayama, but there for the follow is Tom Hobday.
Well,
It was Jariah Cruz-Yinkst who had the...
That's a charge. And the Hawks have to feel really good about where they are. Even though they're down by 7 points, they have to be really good. They've erased a 17-point lead and done a nice job doing that. Now, again, they stand their ground defensively, create the turnover, and they will have the ball.
King inbounds to Pippins on the right side. Tried to get past Asayama, put it right in the breadbasket of Jaden Palmer. He'll take it in and score.
The Cardinals need that. I mean, again, they need those stops again. They want to build that lead back up, want to take any momentum away from the Hawks that they have.
Pass underneath to Williams. Doe got back defensively. Williams will bring it up back up top to Pippins. Pippins gets the pick. Right side for Hobday into the corner for Cruz-Yinkst. Another steal for the Cardinals, and here comes the dunk.
Flush! I love it. Leads at 11.
Pippins to King into the front court. Pippins, King, and now Williams in the corner wants three. That one's not going to go either. The rebound by Jaden Palmer. Jordan Doe up court against Pippins. Cross court, McGrath to Holland in the corner. Cross court, Doe has all kinds of room, but the shot off the mark. Holland had the rebound. The follow wouldn't go. Palmer had a rebound. It was tied up. Possession arrow favors the Cardinals, though, so they will keep the ball.
Well, you can see on that time down, you know, Jen, certainly Cardinals using their height advantage for that opportunity down underneath. We'll see it there. Look at the dunk.
Holland, a quick three off the inbound, won't fall. McGrath has the rebound. He traveled.
It's definitely causing some difficulty as the size advantage is huge in this matchup. And you've noticed that most of the points Coon Rapids have scored have been in the paint.
And on the break.
Yeah.
And on the break.
Well,
on the break, in the paint. Everything's happening.
The Hawks have counteracted that with their athleticism a little bit because, you know, again, they don't have the ability with the height underneath. They've got to create from either being creative or, you know, using that perimeter shot.
Jaden Palmer picking up his first. Akeem Pippins at the free throw line. Hits the front end, earns the second. Hits them both. Back within 9. Still 7 minutes to go here in the first half. 29-20 Cardinals. Holland rolls it across the top. Asayama has the rebound and the follow.
Back to an 11-point lead for Coon Rapids.
Hugo spins, traveled.
You know who's watching this game, Jen Halverson, is Deb Peterson from her hideaway in Wisconsin. She's
nice retreat for Christmas.
Yep. She's getting all her strategy ready for the continuing season.
Well, and her team's tournament up north canceled this weekend.
Because of the weather, I believe, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
That's frustrating.
So they're off until Wednesday, I believe. Marshall Holland gets in along the baseline and lays it home.
Well, I told her you were going to be here, and she was very excited.
Well,
Hugo driving,
she goes,
that
finally
won't
somebody
fall.
with talent at CTN.
I love it. Well, I spent a lot of years being coached by Coach Debbie Peterson, actually, back at the early stages of her coaching career and really the early stages of my basketball career.
Well, she did mention that you helped get her to where she is. So you were one of the many reasons.
Well, I have yet to hear that, and that is very...
maybe I wasn't supposed to say anything. Oh, well, sorry.
No,
the cat's out of the bag.
Well, we were always a good team. It was one of those coach-player dynamics, like a Belichick and a Brady.
Yeah, that's exactly the one I was thinking of. Great comparison.
Another foul going against the Cardinals. This one against Reese Mon. It'll put Pippins back at the line to shoot another one. No, now 2 shot foul, double bonus. Yep. And the Hawks have made good on most of their free throw attempts so far.
Entering the game, number 33, Jackson Arun.
Jackson Aurelius back into the game for Coon Rapids.
Pippins able to roll the second one in. Into the front court, McGrath drives against Lugo, gets around him and scores.
Yeah, nice job of just splitting the defense and a little scoop.
Hobday, 3 from the corner, won't fall. Lugo gets the long rebound off the back. He'll get it back and take a 3 of his own. This time he hits it.
Right in front of the Cardinal bench, gave him a little look, turned around. We can do that too.
Aurelius alone in the middle, able to hit the short jumper. He's got 12. Hobday back inside. Williams turns, scores with the left hand.
Good job by the Hawks working that one underneath. And they're trying to keep this as close as they can before the break. We have 5 minutes remaining in the first half.
Aurelius kicks it out to McGrath, back up top to Reese Mon. Mon cross court, back for McGrath, high on the right side, across to Holland. He'll drive to the baseline and score.
Again, just does a nice job of gaining the edge. Easy layup for him.
Pippins takes it out on the right wing. Double team comes. King in the corner. Long 2 ends up being short. McGrath the rebound. Ahead for Reese Mon. Mon looks off the defense, takes it himself and scores.
And
15 again, the lead for the Cardinals.
Does a nice job of making sure he didn't draw any contact in terms of getting a charge.
Williams trying to get around Holland, can't get it to go. The rebound by Aurelius. Mon will run through the defense again and then pulled down by Williams as he got into the lane. And they're going to discuss whether it's going to be a technical.
Nope.
No.
You know, Williams.
Mon immediately was calling for the intentional.
Yeah, that was his first, but already 10 points off the bench.
Mon hits the first one. Lucky Morange back on the floor for the Cardinals. 3:48 remaining in the first half. And Mon rolls that one home as well. Lead back to 17. Pippin scoops it over for Lugo on the left wing. Cross-court pass taken away by McGrath. He wants to run it all the way. Great fake, and he drops it in himself. He's got 8.
Yeah, the defense, they weren't sure where you were going with that one.
Pippin's into the front court, spins away from Mon. Kicks it across for Rakib Muhammad. Back to Pippins, underneath for King, tipped away by Morange. Recovered by McGrath, and here comes Reese Mon. Reese Mon, left side. Oh, faked out his own teammate. Lucky.
Yeah.
Faked he was going up, tried to dump it off to Holland, who had already turned to follow the shot. A double dribble at the other end will mean a turnover back to Coon Rapids.
Yeah, again, another turnover for Humboldt. Coach Garcia talking to the official, getting a little explanation of a few things that he may not have seen the exact way. The official saw
Holland had it tipped away, recovered by King. Darnell King leads the Hawks at the other end. Great control to get around the defense and score. McGrath to Aurelius, high post, one dribble, takes it strong, won't get the basket to fall. King had the rebound, and Aurelius gets his 3rd foul.
That's a big foul, because that'll take him out for the rest of the half, and be a little concerned about his playing time. Not happy with that infraction.
Well, especially after the great start that he had.
Yeah, see the contact there.
Two-shot opportunity for Darnell King. Hits the first easily.
Entering the game, number 21, Jordan Doe, number 32, David offside.
Second one won't fall. McGrath able to scrap for the rebound, and now backing off to let the traffic clear. Ahead for Jordan Doe on the right side. Back for McGrath, high on the left. He'll take it to the lane, and he will score.
Yeah, nice little quick move to the inside.
Darnell King finds himself on the floor again. This time it's David Asayama picking up the infraction. He'll send King back to the line.
And that's David's 2nd. Of course, they're in that double bonus situation. Shooting a couple here. He has 7 points so far in the night.
King hits the first. King hits them both this time. Lucky Morange back up top. Around to McGrath for 3. It's good.
Like the way they move the ball on the perimeter. McGrath able to find that open look on the outside.
He's got 13. And here he is on the run again. Scoring plus the foul. And the Cardinals really pumping the lead up here in the final minutes of the first half.
There you can see just gain the edge on the defense, and there's the infraction as well, able to control for the bucket. And I like the response from them after their lead was down to 7 once from 17. They were able to come back and build that lead up again, even more so here with a $1:52 remaining in the half.
And McGrath makes good on his 3-point chance. Leads all scorers in the game. Humboldt into the front court. Pippins sees the defense collapse. Work it right side for Muhammad. Back to Lugo. Long 3. Can't get the roll. The rebound by Morange underneath. McGrath wants to run. Gets Cardinals in the front court. Hands off for Holland. Little floater won't fall. The rebound by Lugo. Pippins likes the pace, gets stripped by Asayama. Holland looking to slip it through to Jordan Doe, just out of his reach. And the turnover back to the Hawks.
Yeah, I certainly like the thought there. Good look underneath the basket, just too much on it.
King into the front court. Williams down low. Big block by Holland underneath, out off of Hobday. Great defensive effort from the senior captain.
Yeah, you see it there. Just a really nice job of getting all ball and then off the Hawk player.
One minute remaining in the first half. Cardinals up by 22, 53-31. Doe dumps off underneath. Osayama easily drops it in.
Yeah, again, just doing a great job of finding that player underneath.
Lugo to Hobday at the back door. His shot is short. Great rebound by Holland, but Hobday able to get it right back for the Hawks. Three-pointer for Lugo is short. Rebound by Holland again.
I'm not sure if that was touched a little bit on the shot.
Osayama baseline, and he's going to go to the line and shoot two. King disagrees, but the shooting player on the floor. And hard to say he wasn't moving.
We'll see it again. Oh, yeah.
It's a bit of body there.
Yeah, got a piece of him.
Osayama hits the first. Holland can't get the rebound away from Thurston Young. Williams at the other end, nearly stripped, but gets it back, kicks it to Hobday in the corner. Three-pointer is too much on it. Lugo's basket will count, plus the foul.
Well, they need that. A little bit of a spark here with under 15 seconds remaining in the half. The Hawks need something good to happen. They need to get an opportunity for a three-point play here if they want to try and chip away at this Cardinal lead.
And he also takes advantage of the three-point play. Jaden Palmer back in for the Cardinals. Opportunity to take the last shot here with 22-point lead. Down to the last 10 seconds. Doe splits a couple of defenders. Palmer underneath to Holland. Pump fake. Gets the foul. He'll go to the line to shoot two. Foul against Thornton Young. Holland's first rattles around and out. But he's able to hit the second.
Well, that puts him in double digits with 10.
Last second chance for Bina is off the mark. Cardinals will go to the locker room up big. We'll take a break, get some first half reaction right after this. You're watching CTN's live coverage of the 2018 Coon Rapids Holiday Classic.
The award-winning community programming by CTN Coon Rapids is funded exclusively by cable subscribers. Without those subscribers, we would not exist. So no more coverage of local news, stories, events, and sports in our community. So thank you for subscribing to cable TV and for supporting CTN.
Back at the Roger E. Carlson Fieldhouse, Coon Rapids up 57-34 over Humboldt at the half.
Jen Halverson is on the sideline with Hawks head coach Augie Garcia. Jen?
Coach, Coon Rapids has a big size advantage right now where they've been getting a lot of points in the paint this first half. What do you change to force them to shoot more from the perimeter in the second?
Well, we need to make our baskets. We're not playing our game. We have too many turnovers, and then we're just getting a little rattled when we get the ball. Instead of attacking the hole, we're selling our threes, and with those shots become long rebounds, and they're getting out and getting easy layups. So we got to play our game, play control, keep on attacking the basket, and you could see in the middle of the first half when we attack the basket, positive things are happening, and we're able to get some buckets, and then get in our press. So
20 turnovers in the first half for your team. How do you what do you tell your team at the half to make them get better ball control, like you were just saying, and knock down those threes, but also play more heavily inside?
Just to relax. Just relax, bring the ball up, rotate the ball. That's all we have to do. We get the ball in the middle of the court. Once the ball's in the middle, we hit our spots, attack the basket, we'll be fine. Our point guard probably has about 10 turnovers. We'll talk to him at halftime, make some adjustments. There's not a 20-point basket, but one thing about high school basketball is there's another half. So we got 18 minutes to play some good ball.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Jen. And we will take a short break. Be back with first half stats and highlights right after this. You're watching CTN's live coverage of the 2018 Coon Rapids Holiday Classic.
Get all your Cardinals sports action with Joe and I live every Monday at 7:30. If Coon Rapids plays it, Sports Night covers it. Sports Night on local cable CTN.
Back at Roderick Carlson Fieldhouse, halftime between the Cardinals and the Hawks, and the home squad starting their holiday tournament on a real positive note. 57 points in that first half.
They started out with a big lead up to 17 points, and then the Hawks did a nice adjustment, came back, got that lead down to, I believe, 10? No, 9. And give credit to the Cardinals because they went back to that game, quick defense. And now we're looking at a 23-point lead at the break.
Yeah, they're sitting pretty right now, but they are aware how easily leads can evaporate. They saw it happen, or they made it happen, really, in the Blaine game. But this one, they just rolled. And it was all about defense early on, allowed them to build that great big lead. A lot of points off of steals, a lot of points in the paint, as Jen talked about, with Coach Garcia. Elijah McGrath having a great game with 16 points in the first half.
Yeah, and again, you saw that in one of those highlights, Reese Mon with a reach in, and we saw several of those from Reese and a number of other players here so far in this first half, and that's been their key is they've been getting their hands in the passing lane, causing turnovers, and then getting points on their transition game off those turnovers.
Well, David Osayama off the bench, 11 points in that first half. Jackson Aurelius also in double digits with 12. The one setback for the Cardinals in half number one, way too many fouls.
Yeah, and nobody in major foul trouble. I think they have one with Aurelius with 3. But other than that, yeah, you're right. I mean, that puts your opposition at the line, especially when you get into double bonus situation. But Cardinals aren't worrying about that here at the break because they've got a 23-point lead. They'll make some of those adjustments, and we'll see what happens in the second half.
Well, we'll take a short break, see what Coach O has to say about the second half when we return. You're watching CTN's live coverage of boys high school basketball.
County hopes construction of the overpass can start in March or April and be finished by the start of the new school year.
Yes, I'm going to live to be 100.
Cardinals up big, 57-34 over the Humboldt Hawks at the half of this tournament opener. Head coach Mike Ogorek is on the sidelines with our Jen Halverson. Jen?
Coach, you came out with super high intensity tonight, 11-0 run. What was the energy coming in to this game in the locker room from your team?
It was pretty good. The guys were ready to play. I was a little worried about it, I'll be honest. It's been a long day. Our schedule's not normal. Usually we go right from JV to our game, but there was a game at 5, the other varsity game in this tournament. So I was really pleased with the way they started. They were ready to go, and kudos to them.
Coming off of Christmas break, and you built yourself a pretty comfortable lead that you might not have expected, being undisciplined, as you would say, but what do you change in the second half to build on this lead?
Well, we got to be more disciplined. Early on at some of the turnovers we were creating were within the structure of, the whole system. We got ourselves in trouble here trying to reach. We're doing a lot of reaching. We're trying to get those easy steals, and it's putting us in foul trouble. Offensively, I liked where we ended the half. We started to move the ball a little bit, but we got a little stuck with one side of the court. So we're being undisciplined there, trying to force stuff that's not there. So just those things. Clean it up. Habits. We're always talking about habits. Habits.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck.
Thanks.
Well, we'll see how they build on those habits that Coach O is preaching about here in the second. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Jen. We'll take another short break. We'll be back with the second half after this. You're watching CTN's live coverage of boys high school basketball.
Are you looking for a fun activity for your school or civic group? Volunteer at the Coon Rapids Recycling Center. The center relies on 2 to 3 volunteers every week to help us manage the recyclables that come in and to guide guests throughout the facility. Special events such as paper shredding or the Green Expo require even more volunteers. Stop in and check us out.
CTN Spotlight brings you local stories, shining a light on the issues and events that make this community great. Watch CTN Spotlight on CTN Coon Rapids, your community television network.
Back at Roger E. Carlson Fieldhouse, Coon Rapids started the game up 19-2, less than 4.5 minutes in. Humboldt clawed their way back within 7, with about 9 minutes left. But the Cardinals finished with a flurry, pushed it as high as 25, and now up 57-34. Three-pointer from Lugo rolls across the top. Rebound by Urbina. Back up top for Pippins. Lugo, little hesitation at the top, ran into Hollins out of control, a lot of contact. No foul called. And they're saying it is blocked away, so the Hawks will keep it.
I'm not sure I saw it go off a Cardinal, but nonetheless. Wait, that should be Cardinal ball.
It will be Cardinal ball. Holland tipped it right back to Lugo.
Yeah.
And Lugo caught it while standing out of bounds. And that's the kind of defense the Cardinals like.
So now you see a little more pressure. They want to create some turnovers of their own to obviously try and get back into this.
Doe kicks it to the corner. Holland will drive inside, get the foul. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. And he is one of the guys that was really frustrated. You talked about his foul trouble out.
Yep.
Also had some real close looks at the basket against Blaine that he wasn't able to get to drop. He's had similar shots tonight that have not fallen for him.
He was 3 of 10 from the field against Blaine, and that's typically not how he performs. And so, yeah, that's something that he just had an off night all around with foul trouble and then not really being able to get in any kind of offensive rhythm.
1 of 2 from the line. I believe Cardinals have 4 players in double digits in the first half. Lugo into the corner. That pass looked like it was kicked, but no call. Urbina hustles, gets it back to Aurelius. Puts it back in the Cardinals' hands. McGrath drives. That layup wouldn't fall.
Well, that
rebound by Young.
That fell from him in the first half, not here.
Pippins drives into traffic, blocked away. Hawks will keep it. Lugo bounce pass, tipped right back out of bounds by Doe. Lugo will go up top for Pippins, right side Urbina. Back to Pippins. Lugo on the wing. Double team comes, trying to kick it down low to Young, and it was just out of his reach. Another turnover by the Hawks.
Yeah, again, just good pressure from Coon Rapids defensively, really, to force him to throw that ball away.
McGrath. Backdoor pass. Holland will reverse, and the spin won't fall. And that's the kind of luck that Marshall Holland has had the past few games.
Yeah, just a little bit too much English on that reverse.
I mean, it hit everything around the rim.
Well, I thought it was going to drop, and then it just came out.
Lugo right side for the Hawks. Trying to get it into the middle. Williams kicks it back low for Hobday. McGrath had a piece of it. Loose ball out off of Hobday, and it's Coon Rapids basketball.
Again, you're going to see it. Nice job on the block. And then right off Humboldt.
McGrath can't get it to go. Holland has the rebound, kicks it back out. Inside, Aurelius little pump fake, and then takes it in close to score.
Really good ball movement by Coon Rapids on that offensive take.
Yeah, nice step into the lane a little further in to get that opportunity.
Mon trying to get around the corner. It went up and over him, and he ends up with a breakaway. Sometimes you have all the luck. I believe that went off of his foot as he was tripping. It looked like it was going out of bounds. I believe he kicked it.
You think they practiced that?
I think he kicks this back over his own head. Oh, he tried to go. Yeah, see, right there. Tried to go between the legs, didn't work, so he kicked it to himself over his own head and gives himself a breakaway.
Reese is going to want to see that replay. That was great.
Well, look at his face coming over to the bench, and he had no idea how that even worked out himself.
Now, does he get an assist as well?
Right. Well, it's great because he got caught up in a move that obviously wasn't working out. Tried to go between his own legs, didn't work.
I got a little lucky.
And then it, like I planned it all the time. I faked it between my legs, kicked it to myself, hacky sack style over the top.
That's called 32Y slip.
Pretty sure that's an actual soccer move they do use in the pros.
Right. Well, that I wouldn't be surprised about, but I don't think that was. I don't think that's what he originally had planned.
Someone needs to tell him it's the wrong sport.
Yeah. No, I think it worked out fine.
But
Look, now watch it again.
Right
off the back.
Couldn't fit
it. Hey,
it.
I got it. I'll take it. I'll take it. An easy layup. 2 points and the assist.
That's what happens when you're short sag a little too much.
Yeah, he has 14 points on the night, having a nice night. As you mentioned, 4 of the Cardinals players in double figures.
He's got 6 points.
Oh, I looked at the wrong. I'm sorry.
Jackson
I looked at the wrong
Aurelius
number.
has 14.
Yeah. My bad.
Well, that move made up for it.
I looked at fouls.
He's had a great game defensively. There's so many contributors, and how is that not an offensive foul? He just ran Jackson Aurelius over, but Williams scores the basket.
First basket of the half so far for the Hawks.
Aurelius jump shot at the other end. He does get the roll.
The Cardinals starting a 7-2 run here in this first half.
King back up top for Pippins. Hawks need a response. Corner shot for King won't go. Holland pushing it ahead to Aurelius behind King, and he will get the roll.
Yeah, and there's a nice pass for Marshall Holland.
Yeah, Aurelius has had a lot of easy baskets in his 18 points because people have given him those great passes behind the defense. Holland blocked it right back to him. Jump ball. Possession arrow favors the Cardinals. Aurelius ahead, McGrath, open look, and he will drop it home, 32-point lead.
Yeah, just nice bounce pass, gets behind the defense.
Other end, a miss by Pippins. Howland's the rebound. Driving, Aurelius can't get it to fall. Rebound tipped around. Aurelius recovers along the sideline. Cross court to Doe. Three-pointer for Mon is good.
So you heard me say that he had 14. He's working his way there.
Right. A soothsayer is Shapiro. Williams kicks it out. Lugo for three. Well off the mark. Jordan Doe going to be called for the push.
That's his third.
As he moved Williams away from position underneath. That one was a pretty easy call.
Yeah. His third, team first.
Lucky Morange back into the game. Jordan Doe will sit with the 3 fouls. Inbound goes to King, tries to go around the corner, gets the foul on Morange, who just got on the floor. It'll be his first.
Yep.
It'll put King at the line to shoot 2.
David Osayame coming back into the lineup. He has 11 points, as you mentioned earlier.
And King able to hit both. He's in double digits now with 11. Brian Williams has 12. Bad pass taken away by King. We'll wait for support. Lugo back up top, out of the reach of King. And that wasn't touched. Or was it?
That's Cardinal ball.
Yeah. So the Cardinals will have it on the baseline. Another turnover by the Hawks. Mon trying to go over the top. Holland fighting in traffic, gets a foul. Will go to line to shoot 2.
Yeah, good thought by Reese Mon. Again, letting Coon Rapids use their height underneath with Marshall Holland.
Tried to give it to him right at the basket, but Hawks defending the lane well, didn't let him get there. Make him earn it from the stripe, and the first one's going to rattle around and out. Can't get either to go. Morange reaches around Lugo to get the ball. And then the foul is going to go. It's going to go against Darnell King, his third. Team's third. Mon to McGrath in the corner for 3. It's short. Pippins trying to run. Blocked away by Holland.
And no contact. And that's the impressive part,
well,
too.
And you talk about the size advantage.
Yeah.
And Pippin's probably the smallest guy in the lineup for the Hawks, going against one of the tallest for the Cardinals. Another steal ahead. Osayama will drop it home.
Again, just great transition basketball from Coon Rapids.
Pippins cutting through. Pass knocked away by McGrath. Here's Osayama. Two-handed dunk.
His second dunk of the night already.
Yeah, he has 15, and the Cardinals are just pouring it on.
Lead up to 37, nearly doubling him up.
Again, good defense. Nice bounce pass. David with the flush.
So, yeah, they had that great start in the first half, starting out 19-2 over the first 4.5 minutes. Here we are 5 minutes into this second half, and they've done it again, outscoring them 18-4.
Yeah, it's impressive.
Since the break.
This Cardinals team has been shooting just under 66% all around tonight. And you look at the numbers with 4 guys already in double digits. It's a very well-rounded night for this Cardinals offense.
And Reese Mon at 9.
On his way to 14. But
Are
you're
you capping
right, though.
him? Are you capping him at 14?
Well, you know.
It's plenty of time.
I'll let you know.
Pippins gets it ahead to Lugo. Hobday can't handle the hot pass. Another turnover by Humboldt.
Well, and again, that's a good thought because there was open underneath the basket.
Mon runs it into the front court and will set the Cardinal offense. McGrath left side. Back to Mon.
Thought about it.
Back to McGrath on the left. Into the middle. Holland turns, scores, plus the foul.
That's Hobday's second. Team fourth.
Can't get the rebound to fall, or the free throw to fall. The rebound tipped out of bounds by Asayama.
He's had a tough night from the line. Has 13 points in the game.
Well, he hasn't had any luck from the rim in either of the last two games we've seen. Williams driving the lane, and that's an offensive foul drawn by Lucky Morange.
That's his second, team fifth. Officials are conferring.
Reese Mon really gives the best facial expressions throughout these games.
He's a hustler. You know, he's been with this program for a long time. Oh, they're calling it unlucky.
Oh, they're saying he was inside inside the ring.
Yeah, in the cone, inside the cone.
Just a little bit.
Feet can't be touching.
Yeah. Aiden Palmer coming in.
So the basket.
Next opportunity.
Basket will count plus one for Williams.
He has 14, 2 below his average.
And Williams able to make it count. 12:23 to play in the second half. Oh, Red. It's tough to be the number one fan sometimes. The best spot in the house can sometimes be a little too close to the action.
Yeah, that's tough.
Cardinals working the perimeter. Cross court to Reese Mon. Into the post for Holland.
There's a slap.
And he is fouled. That'll be number 6. So we saw a pretty disciplined defensive effort from Humboldt. It's another look, and this one, got to be ready for it, Red. From the corner, Holland can't hit the 3. Rebound right to Reese Mon. That shot is short, tipped by Williams. He tracks it down and brings it ahead. And then he coughs it up as he gets to the lane. Jaden Palmer long ahead for Holland. Flips it behind himself. Bounces around, ends up with Lugo. Here's Williams running the other way for Humboldt. Lugo to the corner for King. King trying to spin through the defense, find some room. Looking to find Cruz Yinkst, but threw it away. And that is exactly what Coach Garcia was talking about. Too many times they were getting flustered.
Well, that's what happened.
That was leading to a lot of their turnovers.
Defense. They're so concerned about what Coon Rapids is doing to them defensively, they get out of their game plan.
Palmer to Morange, another two-handed dunk.
If you can do it, do it.
That's right. Remember you back in the day, you could do that, Joe?
Yeah.
On a ladder?
Cruz Yingst able to score along the baseline.
Was there a trampoline involved?
Yes.
Yeah, but he kept hitting his head on the backboard. So they gave him a ladder.
He gave me a lot of credit.
I do. Well, off the trampoline.
I feel like you performed in one of those halftime shows.
Yeah.
He was in the circus.
I was
he was
actually,
in the circus, if you didn't know that.
I was crunched for a number of years before hurting my back. No, I wasn't.
Nobody knew. This is the moment.
Turn
They're all
around
really
jumper.
finding out.
You know,
Holland shot won't go, but Palmer there to pick up the loose change.
you just violated your agreement, Young.
Right.
You're not supposed to say anything.
The day everyone found out
Who
Joe
Crunch
Yund
was.
was Crunch.
For about 2 minutes. Foul's going to go on Reese Mon for the bump. That's going to be number 3 against him. And he'll be replaced by Jordan Doe. Elijah McGrath checking in for Marshall Holland. And Darnell King will inbound from in front of his own bench to Pippins. Key Pippins nearly lost it, then did lose it. Jordan Doe ahead. Elijah McGrath. Nice delay, and he scores.
He's got 20.
Lead is 40. Palmer gets the steal. By himself will score. Cruz Yingst back up top. Brian Williams trying to get around Morange and does. Left-handed floater won't go, but he got contact and will get to the line to shoot 2.
Number 25 with foul going up. Humboldt will be shooting 2.
Williams can't get the first one to fall. Jackson Aurelius will check back in with his 3 fouls. 4 guys on the floor for Coon Rapids with 3 fouls. Doe, Osayame, Morange, and Aurelius. Williams able to get the second one to roll home. Doe runs the floor, trying to kick it out. Great steal by Williams. Cruz Yingst hard off the glass, trying to fight Aurelius for the rebound.
Jackson did a nice job just pulling that ball away, making sure he was going to keep possession.
Aurelius kicks it to the corner. Lucky wants 3. He's got it.
A lucky 3.
It was a lucky 3 from the corner.
His first points of the contest. And the Cardinals
They've doubled him up.
Doubled him up at 88-44. Took the words right out of my mouth, Shapiro.
That's, you know, we think alike. We talk alike.
Doe trying to get in on the pass and did, but lost out of bounds.
Start to share a brain after all these years. Starts to just
Yeah.
sort of hold together. He knows what you're going to do before he does.
Yeah,
and
he's had it for so long, though. I'd like, you know, give it back to me for a little while.
Williams drives over Osayame, but can't get it to fall, and then Williams railroads Aurelius as he went to put it on the floor, and he's going to pick up just his second.
Team 6th.
44-point lead right now by the Cardinals in running time. It's not how you want to start
No.
your
Holiday tournament?
Holiday
No,
tournament
it's
if
not.
you're Humboldt.
No, I mean, I talked to Coach Casser. He said they've had a good week of practice, you know, with coming into this. And
Aurelius baseline reverse is good.
and they will play. I mean, they've already scored 90 points, and there's 7.5 minutes remaining.
Everything is working for this
Yeah.
Cardinals team
Yeah.
tonight. As far as I say, I mean,
Well,
Coach O might have a different look at it.
You know, you want to take all the positives you can out of it, but there's always the little things that you want to work on to make yourself better, and he'll continue to, you know, talk to his guys. But you're right, though. He would say what we did tonight really worked for us.
Foul is going to be number 4 against Asayame.
And that's exactly what takes a good team and makes them great, is finding those little things that you still need to fix, those little areas. Every team has them.
Cruz headed stripped by Asayama. Aurelius tried to give him the alley-oop pass. Just out of his reach.
It was alley-oops.
Well, you got McGrath.
We're at that point in the
McGrath
game.
and Aurelius both at 20 points. Asayama at 17. And then Holland, I'm not sure, 13, I think.
Yeah, Holland.
Three-pointer for Lucky. This time won't fall. The rebound controlled by Simeon Fowler. At the other end, Lugo hits 3. Lucky wants 3 again. This time he hit.
He's found his sweet spot for the night.
Yes, he has. It's been nice out there.
Asayame got a hand on that pass. Cardinals starting to open up the bench a little bit. Sasha Petkovic coming in. First time we've seen him get some action. It's easier when you're up 45. Big block by Aurelius. Cardinals control. Asayama, another one.
Number 4. Should we start keeping a tally mark?
We should have a bell. We could ring it every time he gets the flush.
Kind of did the flight
Yeah.
pose dunk. Lugo for three. This one won't go. Hawks get it right back out to the perimeter. Relly is going to pick up his fourth on the block. One-and-one opportunity for Darnell King. Joseph Tarnu checking in. Osayame is going to check out 19 points on the night. King hit the first, earns the second. Can't get that one to fall. Tarnu has the rebound. Long pass ahead. Lucky, what a grab. Shot won't go. Aurelius the rebound, and he's fouled.
He stepped on the line.
Oh, he stepped on the line. Like he might have gotten some contact from Khalil Hudson Parker. Armonte Henry, the newest face on the floor for the home squad. Pippins will bring it up court for Humboldt. Driving is Hobday. He's fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot two.
You know, this is a great opportunity for Coach O to empty his bench, being up by this. Get some players who normally wouldn't get that opportunity on varsity, get some minutes, and that's always a good thing.
It's number 4 against Lucky Morange. Got some more subs set to come in. Wilfred Sato and Elijah Smith. Interesting that Elijah Smith and Elijah McGrath are 44 and 4 respectively.
Huh.
Elijah must be number.
I'm not going to.
There's some with Elijah and 4. Lane violation. So it'll be Coon Rapids basketball. Henry will bring it up court and move it ahead. Three-pointer for Petkovic won't go. Good hustle by Elijah Smith. Smith gets it back in the corner. Up top, Good movement into the post. Tarnu lost the handle, and it's a turnover back to Humboldt.
Yeah, tried to get it through a couple of defenders, but just couldn't keep the dribble.
Young gets the foul. He'll go to the line and shoot two. Well, as Jen touched on a few minutes ago when we went to running time.
Yep.
That one's high off the glass and in.
Hey, he'll take it anyway.
For Young. But as she touched on, for years, the only time we had seen running time in a Cardinal game, it was going the wrong way.
Yeah.
Last couple of years, they've been able to get that clock running down on their home court in their favor a couple of different times. This foul's going to go against Sato. It'll put Hobday at the line to shoot a 1-and-1. And now Zach Simon is ready to check in. As I was talking to Coach O in the hallway before the game, and some of the guys were walking by, he said, just remember how to pronounce Zach Simon. So maybe he's the soothsayer, Mike Ogorek.
Well, there's no question that he is.
That we would have to talk about Mr. Simon tonight. Off the mark, the rebound by Tarnu, under a minute remaining. Coon Rapids rotating it around the perimeter. Simon on the right wing to Tarnu. He'll shoot three. That won't fall. The rebound saved, put right to Elijah Smith. He can't get it to fall. Rebound bounces and a big block by Young, but a foul called. And Henry will go to the line and shoot two.
Yeah, good opportunities underneath for some of these Cardinal players that are getting to get a chance to get into this basketball game.
In and out for Henry. And his last free throw will pretty much bring our game to a conclusion. Will it be 95 or 96? It will be 96 as he makes sure to get his name in the scorebook.
Yeah, and a nice win for this Cardinal squad. And obviously they dominated this team from St. Paul from start to finish. Yeah, opened up a big lead in that first half. Lost a little bit of it, but they never looked back after that point and able to build up a big lead at the break and then continue that lead into this second half.
We will take a break and get some reaction from the victors in just a moment. You're watching CTN's live coverage of boys high school basketball.
Hi, I'm Ryan Nagasu, 2010 Olympian and bronze medal winner of the 2014 U.S. Championships. I knew I loved skating at the age of 5, and now it's become my life passion. Find your skating passion at the Coon Rapids Ice Center. Classes are available all year round. It could be the place where your skating dreams come true. See you on ice.
Oh, hi. I'm TV's Howie Shapiro. And when I'm not announcing CTN sports broadcasts with my sidekick Joe Yun, I'm watching all the other great programs on the CTN Studios YouTube page. There's news stories, great local events, and even full games. You can even watch on any smart device with a YouTube app. Whether that's your phone or a tablet, you can watch CTN's great programming wherever and whenever you want. You can even watch CTN's event coverage live. So no matter where you are, you can share in all the excitement. CTN Studios, building community through cable.
Big win for the Cardinals in the opening game of the Coon Rapids Holiday Classic. 96-51 over Humboldt. Down on the floor with one of the stars of the game, and the victorious coach is our Jen Halverson. Jen.
Well, Elijah, you had 20 points tonight alongside a few other Cardinals, 4 total, that had double-digit points. How important is unselfish basketball on this team?
It's the key part of this whole team. I mean, moving the ball around and moving the way we do is like what gets us our points all around the boards. And like it's really important to like, you know, be able to make sure everybody can trust another to score the basket. So overall, like we really need it.
You told me last week that you've been working on getting out of your head and just playing your game how you know how to play it. What was your mentality like having such a great night for you tonight?
Just to keep having fun. I mean, like, yeah, 20 points is a lot, but, like, it's more important to me to make sure everybody else is getting their points, everybody's doing what they're supposed to be doing throughout the whole game.
Thanks, Elijah.
Thank you.
Coach, a big win for you tonight, and you talked to me at halftime about key habits and starting to get those to form on this team. What habits did you start to see form in the second half?
Well, you know, it's just, again, trusting the system. So, like, not, you know, it's like the heart's in the right place, the execution's poor. So, like, we want to make that turnover, but we're trying to get the steal. We're getting ourselves out of position. We're trying to make, like, the perfect pass that isn't there. Like, we're looking for the guy. Our heart's in the right place, but it's not there, and understanding our reads. And so those kind of things we got to clean up, you know, and it's season, you know, every season's a journey, so we got to continue to work on them. But I like the way we came out in the second half. We did a lot of the things that we needed to do, and that helped us tonight.
You've told me that this year, more than others, your team is very deep on the bench. You have a lot of secret weapons coming off the bench and in your starting lineup. How in this game did you see that depth come into play with so many players contributing and having a strong motion offense where sometimes 4 out of your 5 players on your offense were getting touches on the ball before a score?
Yeah, I mean, it's sort of like each night at times we can figure out who has the hot hand or who's just in the zone playing. And so for us, it's nice to have that luxury. Like, you know, I think of even like last week, you know, everyone knows going into the year, Marshall Hollins, our leading returning scorer, you know, struggled. Was in foul trouble, you know, struggled a little bit. And someone else stepped up. And that's something I think this year we have a little bit more of than in the past, that if one of our alpha dogs that we count on the score struggled, we would struggle collectively to score. And this group's got a little bit, you know, someone could step up, you know, and so that's good. It's a great luxury to have as a coach, and, you know, I'll take it.
What'll be the key focus moving into your Christmas Invitational into the championship game tomorrow against St. Paul Simley?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's going to be the defensive energy that we need to bring out of the gate. We got to have defensive discipline. First and foremost, for us, it starts with defense. We want to get easy buckets because of our defense. We know that, and we feed off it. You know, watching Simley here, they move the ball well. They got a combo of everything. Got some shooters, got some front court. So we're going to have to be really solid on the defensive end for sure. We also got to take care of the ball. They were looking to full court press and all that. Saw some of that tonight. So it's good. We're going to be challenged by that. They're going to want to force us into mistakes, which is great. I mean, that's the way we like to play at practice, so we got to be disciplined.
Thanks, Coach. Congrats on the win.
Happy New Year's to everyone. CTN, Happy New Year's to you, Howie, Joe, all the crew. Thank you, guys. Happy New Year's to the whole town. See ya.
Happy New Year. Coach O, everybody, on a huge blowout win, starting off their Christmas Invitational and tipping off at 7 p.m. tomorrow against St. Paul Simley.
Well, thank you, Jen, as you see us kind of photo bombing her in the back of her shot, but crazy one right there as Reese Mon kicked it ahead over his head to get that basket. You know, the big key was hot starts to both halves. Coon Rapids started the first half with a 21-4 run, and they did it again in the second, outscoring the Hawks 20-4 over the first 5.5 minutes or so.
Yeah, and they really did a nice job of taking advantage of St. Paul Humboldt's deficiencies and some of the things that they lacked, specifically height, maybe a little more quickness to the ball, and they really did a nice job. As we talked about, that lead went down to 7 in the first half, built it back up, and they didn't look back. They continued to pour it on, played their kind of basketball, as Coach O said, and now they're going to play Simley tomorrow night in the championship game.
And the Cardinals able to really blow that lead open in the second half. Elijah McGrath, who we talked to, with 20 points. Jackson Aurelius also had 20 points. David Asayama with 19. And I believe Marshall Holland finished with 13. And they just roll to the 96-51 win. The running time for the last 8 minutes or so. And that puts them into tomorrow night's championship against Simley. Here's a look at what we have coming up for you. We've got girls hockey on Monday the 31st in the afternoon. We see the boys hockey team next Thursday as the Armstrong Falcons come for a visit. We see the girls basketball team on the 4th. So a busy week of CTN action next week. We will taking pictures on the sideline while doing it.
Everybody wants our picture.
But that's going to do it for this edition of CTN Sports. The Cardinals win 96-51 the final. Want to thank everybody out there for joining us and continuing to support everything we do here at CTN. For the entire crew, including Jen Halverson and Howie Shapiro, I'm Joe Young saying goodnight.